with blowout feathers went and tried it out at Starbucks. So hey, my sister tried it out. It worked. It works.
She tried it?
She tried it out.
It worked?
It worked.
I need pictures.
Okay, all right. We'll get you guys pictures. Anyways, we got our next person coming right up. Come on down. Hey, how are you?
Hi.
Oh, nice.
Here is your microphone.
Wow. Oh, okay. Just kidding. I don't think it likes you.
There is
There
your
you go.
microphone.
All right, guys. So please introduce yourself. Tell me what you do. Tell me who you are.
Absolutely. I'm Linda Goetze, and I'm with the Blockchain Chamber of Commerce, which is an international trade organization. We're launching an amazing platform that's actually a blockchain ecosystem that's going to allow anyone around the world that's engaged in blockchain to connect with each other and to showcase what they do to the world that's coming looking for blockchain solutions. So it's a really exciting time. I've been in blockchain personally for a little over 6 years.
Oh, wow.
And it's been amazing to watch the cycles that have happened. And we're currently in one of those uptrends again, which is going to be really interesting. I think we have a little bit of a time frame where it's not going to be 100% mass adoption.
Right.
We have some real consolidation probably again, but mass adoption will occur, and we've got a lot of good things coming. Innovation in the blockchain space is huge right now.
Right.
I just met with some Israeli innovators, phenomenal. I've been over in Istanbul, Turkey. And
Oh, wow.
met
Wow,
with
look at
the
you.
Blockchain Association of Eurasia. There's just so much going on. There's brilliant people in India doing some tremendous work. We have some.
Yeah, India's tough on blockchain right now, though. There are laws right now in the Indian court, and I feel for them, but very smart people over there. Very smart people over there.
Yeah, definitely.
There's a lot of good things going on internationally around blockchain. So it's just it's a lot of fun. We have the Blockchain Chamber of Commerce, so it's blockchainchamber.org is where people can go. Right now it's a super flat website because on the 23rd of this month, we're actually launching our blockchain ecosystem and the new website.
Really?
So, yeah, we have
Awesome.
a lot of fun stuff coming up
Exciting.
this month. And then our public launch will be the third Thursday in June.
Third Thursday in
Third
June.
Thursday in June.
Got it. All right.
So
website one more time.
Blockchainchamber.org.
Blockchainchamber.org. Okay, I have a question for you because it sounds like you travel a lot. So I guess in terms of the United States, how do you feel like the United States should approach blockchain and cryptocurrency? Because this is a huge question. Most people look up to Wyoming. How do you feel about that?
I think there's some great stuff coming out of Wyoming. There's some legislation that's being pushed through that I don't think is going to actually pass, that is looking to actually take the power from the states and create a kind of a federal top-down legislation. Whereas that would be convenient, I don't know that it's really conducive to really respecting states' rights.
Current government, yes.
So it's kind of a catch-22 a little bit. You want clarity, you want consistency, and you want people to have their voice.
Right.
And I think that happens most powerfully at the state level. And it's a very complex time where there haven't been any real holistic solutions that have yet been offered either by state or by federal level. So we're looking for clarity. Obviously, the SEC.
Yeah, they released their framework.
I love Miss Hester.
Mama Crypto.
Yeah, she's had a voice of reason a variety of times, and she's, I think, been very clear in stating that probably the biggest block that there's been for innovation in the U.S. has been the lack of clarity coming from the SEC.
That is true.
And so they haven't regulated blockchain out of existence, but the analogy I use is that all of the ICOs, STOs, blockchain companies are kind of like lined up like they're in a firing squad. And the SEC is facing them, and you're not sure if they've got rubber bullets, if they've got blanks, or if they've got like armor-piercing bullets. Like you don't know what's aimed at you, right? that uncertainty that is killing the marketplace.
Right.
It's killing the innovation, and it's sending people to other countries to incorporate.
Yes.
So that is the problem. The uncertainty is the problem.
Yes.
So I hope that answers your question.
No, I completely agree with you because I've been reading about companies. There was I don't remember off the top of my head the name of the company, but they were trying to open up in the New York Stock Exchange. They're trying to go on Wall Street, and they ended up leaving to London because they couldn't get it together, unfortunately. And I mean, we want to complain about jobs are leaving the U.S., jobs are leaving the U.S., but in reality, sometimes we're pushing them away as a country, which is unfortunate. And that's how I feel about that.
Some of them are going to Puerto Rico.
Right.
I guess that's a positive because that's at least a territory.
That's at least a territory. Puerto Rico right now, they are, I guess, incorporating more into the crypto space, and so they're a little freer in laws. They're not too confined to all of the federal laws because they're trying to make it a state. They're in the process of doing that. Some people consider it already a state, but it is a territory like Guam and so on and so forth. But I guess overall it'll be pouring into the economy, which is what we all want. A lot of people don't want the government to get into it at all, which the reality, and to be realistic, it's probably not going to happen.
That's what I want.
Very
limited government.
It's the decentralization is great, honestly, and the transparency is great. But the reality of the fact is, you live in a civilized country, and the government's going to get involved, unfortunately. But it's just my concern is as long as they get it right, I'm okay. So
it's been, I guess, historical fact that America has exported innovation. I just don't know that this is the way we are wanting to export it. I would prefer that it was developed and then projects went out to the rest of the world from U.S. bases, if that's where the innovation is truly coming from. Instead, that innovation is going and being established in other countries, and then that base of innovation is then coming out of France or coming out of Malta or coming out of Gibraltar, or that's, I think, the unfortunate aspect of it for the U.S. But it's great for the rest of the world because the innovation is still coming out.
Yes.
And that's what I'm thankful for, is that it hasn't stifled innovation. It's just stifled the creation of corporations that are innovating in the U.S.
in the country, yeah.
Right? So that's a difference. So when I look at the blockchain ecosystem on a worldwide, global perspective, I'm like, wow, like really amazing stuff is being done. It's unfortunate for the U.S. that they haven't had regulation in place to this point that has allowed what has really been spawned in the U.S. to stay here. So, yeah.
Hopefully we see brighter days, really. They're not dark yet. They're not dark. It's not like, we're India where you can't, do anything. We're not China where most things are getting banned. Sorry.
You'd be surprised how much is happening, and in China, the same thing.
Yeah,
I'm talking to people in India and China on a regular basis, and although there's certain things that they're not allowed to talk about, there's a lot of things that are still being done.
Right.
So
there's a lot of petitions, and there's a lot of things that are being left to, I guess, because really it's the reserve, the Indian reserve, that's pushing the whole thing with the rupees and the buying into the exchanges. So I don't want to say it's blockchain itself. It's mostly the cryptocurrency aspect, it's being suppressed.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you suppress anything, that's what makes people rebel. So naturally,
it's actually boosting the impact.
Exactly. So, we'll see brighter days, hopefully. Well, hopefully Florida, they just, I'm not sure if you're aware, but they just passed a bill.
Oh God, SB 1045, 1025.
Something like that. Yeah.
Garcon knows.
They just passed a bill to help regulation and revision and to help us implement properly at a state level blockchain, I guess.
It's basically a bill that will allow for a blockchain task force, so to speak, in the state of Florida. So it's a good first step for us.
Yeah, first step.
That was right after their not so positive step where basically anyone who exchanged crypto at any level was considered somebody potentially money laundering.
Yeah, you had to get a license.
Being somebody that was operating without
a money transmitter license.
Yeah.
That's so. Like, if I give you cash, am I a money transmitter now? Like, it's such a stupid concept that like.
That's like you would go, if, I go to the store, I bought something, I got the money transmitter, let me money. Like, I'm just buying something. But hey, it is what it is. Where can I find you? One more time for the audience.
Yeah, the blockchainchamber.org is the website, and check it out after the 23rd of this month. You'll see the blockchain ecosystem platform.
And when is your public launch?
The third Thursday in June.
Third Thursday in June, guys. All right, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming out.
Thank you.